Hey guys, welcome to this lunch and learn about OKRs. So you know that we've been talking about OKRs for a while now, that we were gonna implement it, do it at Samsao, but now it's time for you to learn about it if you haven't already. We started using them back in November, I think, last year. So not all of you were there. And anyway, the way we implemented it at that time was not perfect. It was not ready anyway. Now it's much more, I've learned much more about it. So I'm going to share with you what is OKR and how we're going to use them at Samsao. All right. Also, if you have any questions, whatever comments during the presentation, lunch and learn, just raise your hand, finish your boucher, and then ask your question. All right. Okay, let's start with the basics. So, what is OKR exactly? So, OKR is a performance management framework that was created at Intel.
Thank you.
So, awesome. Thank you, you Rouflet. Thank you, Rouflet. So it's a performance management framework. So basically, what it means, it's a performance review system. So it's used to review the performance of everyone in the company. But as you will see later, it's much more than this. So OKR, it stands for Objectives and Key Results. The objectives are qualitative, so they describe what you want to achieve. And the key results are quantitative, so you're going to have metrics to measure them. It's measurable, right? And why is it so powerful and why it's so good for alignment, everything I'm going to talk about later? It's because you cascade them for the whole company. So you start with defining an OKR or more OKRs for the whole company, and then based on that, you define OKRs for groups, like teams, departments, whatever it is in your company, and then you do it for individuals. So why should we choose OKR as a performance management tool rather than any other tool? Because you can see that there are other management tools. But first, we don't have any performance management system at Samsao, so we should have one. And as you can see here in the timeline, it's because it's evolution. Like we had a lot of performance management in the past, but like everything else, we evolve, right? We evolve, and you can see that these MBOs, SMART, KPIs, they're all broken now. They used to be good, but now they don't work anymore. Like for example, the based on an annual review, it's too fast now. It's good for the past. It's not good anymore. And about this, there's a really good article that says why they are broken. I won't say why now. I don't have the time, but you can read it after. Also, OKRs. What are the advantages? First, they bring alignment. So because we cascade the OKRs, so we're sure that all the company, they are focused on the same goals. They also favor overachievements. So the objective that you set are really, they're supposed to be hard to attain. Not impossible, but really hard. So it forces you to overachieve, which is one of Samsao value. So it's good. They also bring transparency and communication because all the OKRs for everyone, for the company, for groups, for individual, they all public to everyone in the company. So everybody knows who's working on what at all times. They also help with on the discipline and prioritization. So if you don't really know what should I focus on this quarter, this week, this month to help the company, well, OKRs are there for this. Okay. Also, it's being used by many successful companies, such as Google, Uber, which you can see is really successful right now with its CEO, LinkedIn, Twitter, which don't have a good revenue model right now, but still successful, and Zynga. I don't know if you heard about Zynga. A little bit? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay, so let's go in the theory. So what are objectives? So what did I say about objective? They're qualitative and inspirational. So it's for you, like you like to say, okay, kill it, crush it, destroy it for next quarter, use these terms. Don't be shy to use the terms you like to, it should inspire you. Okay, and qualitative because there's no measurement about this, but it says what you want to achieve. They are time bound, so they should be able to achieve in a time frame. For us and for most company, what they do, they set OKRs for 1 quarter. So your objectives should be attainable in 1 quarter. They are also specific and relevant. So it's only one sentence. It's really specific and it's relevant to the company goals. Finally, they are also actionable by the team independently. So it means that you should be able to achieve your objective independently from the other teams or groups are able to. So if you cannot say like, oh, the operation team did not meet their objective, so I cannot meet mine. No, it doesn't work like this. It's completely independent. So some example of bad objectives. Sales number up by 30%. Plus 50% users. Raise a Series B of $5 million. Any idea why these are bad objectives? Come on, louder. Yes, they are key results, they're not objectives. Should not be able to measure an objective, okay? So, good objectives. Launch an awesome MVP. It's a good one. Transform Montreal's coupon using habits. Or close the financing round that let us kill it next quarter. Okay? So you see the terms that they use and you see that it's only qualitative. So how do we measure them now? You use key results. So like I said, with key results, they quantify the objectives. You usually set about 3 per objective. Can go up to 5, but let's keep it simple for now. Use 3, okay? And by the way, objectives, you should have around 3 objectives per quarter, but we're gonna start with only 1. Okay, we have to start somewhere, right? And they are measurable and hard to achieve, like I said before. And when I mean hard to achieve, is that they start with a confidence level of 5 on 10. And what is a confidence level? Is the confidence that you have that you're going to meet these key results. So you should start at 5 on 10. Not too hard, not too low. Okay. So examples of good key results. 40% users come back 2 times in a week. Okay. A review score on the App Store, Play Store of 4 on 5. And a 15% conversion rate. So these are all good key results. So exactly how do we are going to implement this or execute this at Samsung? First, we're going to define the OKRs every quarter. Okay. So now, let's say we are in the 2nd quarter, which finishes in the end of June. So in the next weeks, the next 2 weeks, we're going to define the OKRs for 3rd quarter. That's going to start 1st of July. Okay. This is done only once every quarter. Okay. Second, we need to set a rhythm. So we continue, keep the ball rolling. So to set a rhythm, with 2 things we're going to do. First, we have the Monday commitments, which are going to happen during the weekly meetings at 12:15. And we have the Friday win sessions. Okay, I will explain to you what both are. So setting the OKRs, you do this during 1 meeting. Like I said, it's 1 meeting done every quarter. Okay. So before the meeting, what you have to do, let's say we set an OKR for a team. I always talk about operation, but let's take example of operation, okay? So what you ask for your team, so everybody before the meeting is going to write what they want to have for objective for this quarter, right?
I mean for the department.
Yeah, depends on how you call it. It's not even clear for us when we are the departments or teams. So, but yeah, let's call it a group, okay? Let's call the operation group. First thing first, we're gonna start with the company, okay? So for this, we're gonna do this for the company. So for the company, I'm gonna ask you, all of you guys, what should be our 1 objective for the next quarter? And you guys all write down individually, and you send it to me, okay? And this is pre-meeting work, and when I say pre-meeting, it's 1 day before. It's not 1 week. You don't need 1 week to write an objective, you need 1 day, okay? So after we gather all of this, then the team meets. If it's for the whole company, like it's only going to be the exec that meets. So Miguel, Vince, Yassi. But if it's for your team, it's going to be the whole team. And the only difference why for the whole company we don't do it for the whole team, because it's too big. 25 people is too much. Okay. So for you guys, you're going to meet with the whole team. So what are you going to do during this meeting? Once you have all the objectives, you're going to discuss about it, debate if you want to, stack them, rank them, fight if you're these kind of people, and pick one, okay? So at the end of this phase of the meeting, you pick one objective. Once this is done, you're going to free list metrics for this objective. Free list is a design thinking technique, which means that you write all the metrics that you think are going to be good for the objective on a post-it. So one metric per post-it, all of you individually, okay? You write all the metrics that you think are going to be good to measure this objective. Once this is done, you're going to affinity map them, which is also a design thinking technique. So you put them on the wall, okay, all your post-its, and you group them. So let's say somebody wrote daily active users, somebody wrote active users, and somebody wrote monthly active users. Okay, they can all go together. It's all active users. And it's 3 points for this metric, okay? So you're going to stack them, all of them, and you're going to see which one have the most points. And then you select the metrics you want to use to measure this objective. 3 of them, okay? Last step, you set the values. So how many new active users you want? 5 per month, 10 per month, 1 per week, I don't know. So to set the values, you're going to discuss, you're going to, again, debate, fight, whatever. And you're going to see, oh, is anyone sandbagging? Is anyone doing too much? So you're going to discuss and find a value. So at the end of this meeting, you have one objective and you have 3 key results to measure them, it. Okay? Once this is done, and this is done every quarter, what we're going to do every week, like I said on the weekly meeting, it's called the Monday commitments. So the Monday commitments is done. It's a weekly check-in to check your progress towards your OKRs. You're going to have 1 per group. So this is what is really important is that it's a discussion. It's not a status report. It's not like, oh, okay, I'm 20% of my key result, blah, 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 done. No, discuss about it. Why are you at this point? Can it be better if I help you, whatever? So it's a discussion. Come prepared. So we are going to have a tool now to measure the progress of the OKRs. It's called 7 Geese. Probably you guys have seen it because we used it for the one-on-ones. And what it allows you is that this weekly check-in, you can do it in the platform. And I want you to do it before the meeting. So when you're first, we keep track of it. And second, when you arrive at the meeting, you know what to say already. Okay? So what exactly are the points, the subject of discussions for this meeting? 4 points. So first is the status toward OKRs. So you say what is the status toward each key result. So let's say you had a key result, 20% increase in sales. Okay, now where are you? I'm at 10%. Okay, good. What is your confidence level? You remember your confidence level? It started at 5 on 10. Is it still 5? Is it 6? Is it 4? Is it 3? Why? So you discuss about this. Second point that you're going to talk about is health metrics. And health metrics, you will also define them when you define your OKR. It's all the things that you cannot afford to screw up while trying to achieve your goal. So for example, if the business development team, they have an OKR of, like I said, okay, 50% increase in sales. The thing that they cannot afford to screw up is team happiness. So let's say, okay, we don't bring in stuff in, okay, but the shitty project, whatever, and the team is not happy, we cannot afford to do this. So you're gonna have this metric, team happiness, not this metric, but this health metric, team happiness, and it's only 3 values. It's okay, neutral, or not okay. So red, yellow, or green. You might have these, you might not, or 1 only, or 2, I don't know. So let's see about this. The third thing that you're going to discuss about is priorities for the week. So what are the top 3 things, 2, 3, 4 things you have to do this week in order to achieve your OKR? Okay. And last thing is forecast for month, is that what is coming in the month, big projects that can affect my OKR. You might have this, you might not, doesn't matter. So these are the 4 things that you should talk about when you do your check-in. And all of these things, you're going to write them on 7 geese in text. And when you come on Monday, all the teams are going to talk about this, one after the other. Okay? So the other thing to set a rhythm, we do this on Monday. And on Friday, we do the Friday win sessions. So on the Friday win sessions, all team, they're going to demo whatever they can. So for the developers team, they can demo a bit of code or something that they made work and they're proud about it. Design team can be a prototype or some screens you've made, you're proud about it. Sales team can be some new leads, some new contract you landed, whatever. You demo and talk about your stuff that you made, you're proud of. And the most important thing about the Friday win session, just sit back, relax, and celebrate. It's time to cool down and have fun. All right? That's pretty much it about OKRs. You guys have questions? Yes, go Kenza. I knew you would have one.
Can you suggest OKR for another team?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah? Sure. Sashin.
How are the OKRs going to be cascaded? Sure.
So you start by defining the first step we're going to do, okay? And this is going to be in the next 2 weeks because I want it to be done before 1st of July, which is the start of quarter 3. We're going to define first the OKR for the company. So for whole SAMSAO, we're going to have 1 objective and 3 key results. And after this, I'm going to ask all of the teams, departments, groups, I don't know, to define your OKR, which is based on the company OKR. It should always be based on, okay, let's say whatever we want for SAMSAO for this quarter, yours should reflect this. And normally what you also have is every one of you have also individual OKRs. For next quarter, we're not going to do individual. It's too much. We're going to start with only company OKRs and groups OKR and 1 objective only. Let's start that way because I don't want it to be too hard and then we fail and then it's not a good system because there's much chance that we're going to fail for the first quarter. It's okay, it's normal. But at least it put all the chances on us and go 1 objective, company, groups. Got it? And every time you think about objective lower in the chain, it should be based on the one. The question, quit, no? To it.
I wanted to know the timeline of this stuff.
Yeah.
Timeline. Yeah, so next steps. Why was it? Next steps. Next week, I'm going to ask you to write down the objective you think for the company. And we're going to gather all of this and we're going to choose the OKR for the company next week. The week after, you're going to do the same exercise, but for your departments. Android, iOS, operation, business dev, product design. Okay? Still have a question?
Yeah, I did not get exactly how we define health metrics.
So health metric, like I said, is something that you know that you cannot afford to screw up while you're trying to achieve your objective. Let's say for Android, exactly. Because when you set a goal, okay, but there's like effect ball. I don't know how to say it. Side effect. And there's something that you don't want to affect. And you need to check these that you make sure that they're still okay.
Like you want to increase code coverage or whatever for the whole team, but at the same time you have a client that
there you
wants
go.
their things to be delivered, so you don't want, you can't jeopardize clients.
Very good example.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's okay, but how we define them? I mean,
you define them when you...
Because in the process it was not explained. I mean,
but okay, in the meeting when you set your OKR, try to set your health metrics also. There.
Right. For example, the example you gave was team happiness. We have that metric. So with Office Vibe, we can know the team happiness of specific teams. So this is something we have. So it could be something that we already track. If not, then we have to figure out how to track it. Customer satisfaction is a good one. Like if we do more testing, but customer is not satisfied, well, something is not working. So, but we don't calculate it right now, so we have to find a way to.
No, but I mean, we choose that when we are doing the meeting to define the OKR.
Yeah, I would say so. But I would say like in the Monday check-ins, maybe they can change. Maybe you can add some, remove some. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, you should define some at least when you define your OKR. Good point. Anything else?
So it will be on each every Friday, like
The demo? Yeah.
And
We will set the time just like the weekly meeting on Monday. It's 12:15. Friday is gonna be I guess later than this because it's demo time.
So
I don't know.
It's
like recurring.
Monday, like it's
20
recurring.
minutes it's every week. Yeah. All good? You guys eager to start this? I can see Bizou is like, yeah, let's start. Okay, cool.
Do we have all access to 7Ds right now?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
so
guys are all access. If you don't,
you all have an invite. You don't. Everyone has access.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
your
go
accounts
check your invite.
Should be done. You should be in the proper. We might restructure the departments. I think they're already done right now. Just check. You should have an email. So just search for 7Ds in your email.
If it's expired,
The
just
first
let us know.
email, for me, I didn't access to 17s, but with the notes, with my monthly meeting, I received another email, and
Okay.
with thanks to this email.
Okay, but if like check in your email if you receive an invitation. If it's expired, just let us know and we're gonna send a new invitation.
Should be okay.
Okay, before I let you go, guys, some resources for you. You can check if you want to read more about OKRs if you're not sure. 7 Geese, they have a learning center in the blog, which is really interesting. On the blog, also there's like I said before, there's an article on why the old systems are broken. If you want to check it, whatever. Elegant Hack blog is based on a book that I read to make this presentation. It's called Radical Focus. It's really good also. Google has a presentation of OKRs in the video because they use this. And there's a Google goal setting tool which is really, really nice also. It's full of articles, full of stuff to help you set goals. And I put on the public Google Drive folder, I created a folder OKR and resources. And I put some stuff there. The book I was talking about, Radical Focus. And I also put a worksheet to help you define the OKR. So the team should use this. It's really good. You guys should check it out. All right.